Well, that definitely doesn't look right. Let's fix that. That's a little more like it. That's where I want you. What's happening, everybody? Hanging out Saturday night. Oh my goodness, I've worked 34 hours out of the last 48, so someone's sleepy tired. Whew. But we did reveal some comic books yesterday. I promised no spoilers, so we didn't do any. But today I'm going to give you some spoilers. Yes, we are going to read our epic tier mini comic book. I'm going to go through this with everybody. I know that the comic book doesn't have any audio in it, so turn this down a little bit. It's a little loud in my head, so there we go. All right, let us read our Web3 comic book here together. Epic tier. Siege World Zero, Staniak, Estrada, and McCabe. Lightning Works and Amped Media. If you're on the stream and you're watching, send a chat. I'll be sure to keep my eye out on it while I'm reading the book. Be on the lookout for an invite from the Toxic Crew. You want to be a part of the Toxic Crew? Are you a gamer? You a comic book fan? You an NFT fan? You a crypto fan? You might be toxic. You might be toxic material. Be on the lookout for the invite. Let us know if you're interested. We'll see if we're interested in you. Anyway, reading our comic book, Siege Worlds, Staniak, Estrada, and McCabe. Jeff McCabe wrote this. I had the opportunity to play Siege Worlds with him one time in my life. The man who created it all, Divi, Siege Worlds, Lightning Works, Web3 comic books. Clearly deserves everything he has. Jeff McCabe created this story. Ace Harmon, producer and introduction. Staniak, Lionar, Edwin Estrada, colors. DC Alonso, cover color. Pablo Mendez, Pamela Sanchez, and Monica Guillen, web animation team. Oh, that's so sick. Now again, I know this next slide doesn't have any audio in it, but I will turn my music down a little bit just to make sure that the game doesn't have any audio. I mean, not the game, the comic book doesn't have any audio in it. So here we go. A collection of the most prolific heroes and courageous warriors from throughout history wake up on a deserted beach, dressed for battle and armed to the teeth. Each of them hold the lingering memories of their own demise. They all speak the same mysterious language, and they have no idea where they are or how they came to be here. Besieged by attacks from an array of monstrous creatures, the heroes must learn from their mistakes while enduring a constant cycle of war and rebirth as they attempt to uncover the mysteries of a world at siege. Like I said, Groundhog Day meets Edge of the World, meets history, meets superhero. I mean, what it is what it is. It's a comic book. Siege World Zero, Turning Tides, is a narrative extract that showcases the technology of Lightning Works and the unique storytelling potential of Amped Media, harnessing the explosive power of Web3 to bring your new favorite characters to life. All right. What I'm digging about this is that they're going to have crossover NFTs, that you're going to have these comic books that we're reading, and these comic books might hold an Easter egg NFT / thing that will affect the game that you're playing, that is play to earn. You know what I mean? Like, do you understand the potential? Oh! Anyway. Moving on. If you don't have a portal yet, and you have an opportunity to get one, you have the ability to get one, you can jump on OpenSea and find a portal that you can afford to get, even if it's the most common of the common. Get it. I mean, I got another one the other day. I had to. You know? It's new. There's glitches. We got to figure it out together. We'll stumble through it together. But whatever. All right, moving on. Siege Worlds Turning Tides. The dark of the night had been long and blood-soaked. The heroes stuck together in small groups, never too far from each other, panting and sweating and bleeding. Some had fallen, but the sounds of a katana withdrawn from monstrous flesh, professionally honed steel sliding against bone, gave wake to a sound so unexpected that it took several moments to cement in their minds. Silence. No more snarling or shuffling, ringing of steel or cracking of bone. No more grotesque silhouettes emerging from the mist-soaked darkness to the senselessly piercing skin and ruptured flesh. Almost afraid to break it, they speak in hushed voices, almost whispers that seek the status of those that they live and die with. Gotta admit, my music is not quite going with the vibe that they're trying to create with this comic book. Sorry, folks. Didn't know. We're reading it together. It takes hundreds of deaths to reach this point, each seared into the memory of the victim, so many that they started to blur and overlap. Every brutal slaughter that clawed hands and bared teeth brought with it a lesson, an example of how not to survive. Yeah, every lesson I give you is how to not do it. Trial and error at its most disturbing, the compounded trauma had taken its toll on the psyche of the heroes. This is literally crypto in a comic book. How many times can a person experience their own death before their reincarnation is irreparably altered? I don't know. Dibby, you tell me. It's only been a year and a half. All right, anyway, moving on. The consideration had entered each of their minds at some point in the past few weeks. Whew! It had been weeks. This is a novel. This is a comic book. What the hell, Jeff? Making me work for this. Time proved impossible to perceive that in strange land beset by constant warfare, the distance between each revival intermittent. I had to process that for a minute. This moment was different, however. This moment of respite was quantifiable, tangible. It washed over each of those left standing in an instant. They remembered nothing of each vicious, repeated slaughter. They felt only relief, beautiful, desperate relief, and started to slowly give room for a new kind of despair. Oh, good! Oh, good! I have relief! There's more room for more horror! The despair of the uncertainty. Moments before their singular objective had been only to survive. Now that objective was completed, and they had not planned for this far ahead. Some of the heroes believed that victory would provide them peace and a chance to remain in the numb, all-encompassing void of non-existence, while others could think only of answers. So some thought it was just going to be the end of it, and others thought there was going to be more. Every life they lived on that island played out the same way. Birth, death, rebirth. Surely there were reasons and victory against their oppressors. Certainly there for a reason, and a victory against their oppressors must be the objective. Then why, upon defeating the last of their enemies and seeing the life drained from its dead eyes, did they still have no insight? Where are the answers they seek? Can't we all just get along? Almost in response, a clap in the distance marks the punchline to a cruel joke. Their moment shattered, and Bonnie goes down, blood escaping from a telltale black hole in her neck. See, I should have my sound effects loaded. But anyway, another clap, another the party reduced once more. Relief is replaced by confusion as a silent night is replaced by a cacophony of automatic gunfire. What? Relics of time long past, most of the warriors had never encountered the weaponry of modern man. Rapid-fire machine guns, far surpassing the capacity of bows and matchlocks. The greatest and most prolific warriors in the history of the Earth began to realize that their hard-fought victory had only brought upon them a new wave of enemies. And for reasons unknown, they were armed with more than just swords and clubs. The cycle begins again. In this extract, this extract being this mini comic book we're about to reveal, and there are spoilers moving forward, so be prepared for the spoilers. If you have not read this comic book yet, and you're not, alright, whatever, due diligence. In this extract, join the heroes many cycles later. With new lessons learned, plans formulated, they have ventured from the beach in search of strongholds and pieces of land that can buy them time or provide strategic advantage. Deciding that a two-pronged attack would yield the best results, a small splinter of warriors seek into a Kral infestation on a covert mission of reconnaissance. The remaining heroes lie in ambush of the Kral forces in an attempt to secure some weaponry of their own, leveling the playing field and trying to turn the tides of this eternal war. Alright, ladies and gents, here we go! I'm letting it play out. Letting it scroll. Just like we're watching Star Wars. Miyamoto Toshiro, Japan, 14th century. Widely considered to be the best swordsman in Japan, Toshiro lived his life as a ronin, learning from every encounter, undefeated in every duel, and mastering every style. My goodness, weren't you an overachiever? Toshiro developed his own school of martial arts that is studied to this day. Alongside his other literary philosophical works, he is a man respected for his mind as much as his methods. Do not critique me on my reading. I haven't read this before. I haven't rehearsed this. I've had a beverage or two. I'm hungry, and I'm also tired. Leave me alone. Bonnie Oakland. Bonnie Oakland was an American entertainer and sharpshooter that rose to the fame due to her exceptional skill as a marksman in Buffalo Bill's Wild West show. A crowd favorite, Bonnie could split a playing card edge on at 30 paces and hit coins as they flipped through the air. She was a pacifist and died peacefully in bed surrounded by her family. Apparently not. Alright, let's see. Karaka! This big boy. Translating as the long gasping breath, sounds like me every day at work, Karaka was a warrior chieftain of New Zealand. A feared warrior, he stood in excess of 8 feet tall and carried a weapon called, thanks Jeff, appreciate this one, Rangaheda, the first rays of morning light. After succumbing to the wound sustained fighting to protect his tribe, Karaka fell in battle and was eaten by his cannibal aggressors. Well, ain't that about a... Flamma! Crowd favorite. Lots of people like the Flam. Assyrian gladiator of the Roman Empire during the reign of Hadrian. One of the most famous and successful of the secutor class, Flamma refused his own freedom 4 times in favor of a prolonged career in the arena. A prolific combatant, Flamma's time fighting in front of the audience eclipsed his peers, finally dying at the occupationally old age of 30 years. So Flamma was 30 when he got lit up by some 24-year-old who was younger, stronger, faster. That's the way it works, my friend. Just ask anybody that played in the NFL. That was me pausing for a beverage. Shi Yang, one of my faves. I like Shi Yang because if you're in game with Shi Yang, you get that hit bonus on the first shot of every round, of every clip, magazine, whatever you want to call it. China, 17th century. Shi Yang rose from humble beginnings as a prostitute to become one of the most successful pirates of all time, commanding hundreds of ships in her fleet, tens of thousands of sailors and holding the seas at ransom. Her adventures took her across the globe, forging a fearless reputation as a woman with a mind as sharp as her blade. Shi Yang, my personal fave. Let's go. Nakano Taka, my second fave. Sorry, Flam, you're my third. I like Nakano because you could chill and get that extra heal bonus as you're hanging out. Seems like the women are the most powerful in my book, just gotta say it. Alright, Japan, 19th century. Taka was the daughter of a wealthy lord and one of the most skillful female warriors in the Japanese history. But it is her unrelenting spirit that sets her apart. Her unit of female combatants displayed unrivaled bravery and were vital to the shogun's attempts to resist the imperial forces as Japan bent to the influence of the West. Nakano died fighting to preserve her way of life, willing to sacrifice everything for her family and ideals. Imagine that. Who's hanging out? Who's watching? Who's in the chat? Send me a message. Just doing my comic book reveal, reading the comic for the first time, so I'm so excited. Sorry if I'm not paying attention to you. I'm more interested in this book. Let's go. Next page. Oh, here we go. Oh, this looks like the cover page that was used for the comic book coloring competition that we had. So we have a bunch of orcs. Oh, this is so sick. You are certain that you can be accurate at such a distance. Accurate? Sugar? Have a little faith. Bad words. Look at this. You see the motion? Can you see it? Ugh. So sick. This art is so sick. There's Nakano. It's time. I'm literally reading a comic book, but it's moving. Oh my god. It's like how I imagined it in my head as a kid when I was reading Spidey and X-Men and Batman. My wife let me know supper's ready. I like supper. Supper's good. There's Nakano. It's time. We have the orcs. Oh, look at this. Oh my god. Oh my god. So beautiful. Spider-Man wishes. Marvel wishes. DC wishes. Oops. Oops. Telling you, that's going to be the key. Oh, boy. So good. I'm letting you read it while I read it. Whatever. Deal with it. It's so good. There go heads. Bye-bye. Meatballs. Uh-oh. What is this? What's he got, a paintball gun? What is that? Is that a paintball gun? That looks like a paintball gun. Oh my god, this is so good. Remind me, what part of the plan is this? Wink. She got the little knife flipping over there. Look at that. That's her winking right there. Whoop. Oh, this dude's sick. I like playing with him too. You get good drops when you play with him in the game. She. Uh-oh, she ain't got a potty mouth. Well, she is a pirate after all. So what? I'm saving your ass now too? She sounds like she got a Rhode Island accent. She does. She's like, oh God. Make haste, pirate. Nakano needs us. Uh-oh, potty mouth. Oh, I love it. Look, he's breathing fire. So crazy. I'm literally speechless. I was on here trying to. I'm literally speechless. It's so good. I want whatever he's holding. I want that in game. Whatever that is right there. You got to make me one of them. I want to be the first to own it. You idiot, Flammer. No, Flammer go better. Couldn't resist. I had it under control. So shoot me. Oh, now they... Oh, she got... Oh. Bro. That's like one of my favorite guns. She's holding one of my favorite guns, so if you're going to give me one of them in game, let's go. Because... Now let's do some real damage. Let's go, Shi Yang. Has she got a silent snipe? What is that? What is that? Oh, yeah, it is.
One, two, three, I don't know who else to be. 4, 5, 6, like they say I can't be fixed. 1, 2, 3,
oh, this is so
your
cool.
attention's all I need. 4, 5, 6, don't let it slip.
Oh, this little mini comic book is so full of information. If you don't have a Siege World Zero comic book yet, you're just... If you're missing out on this right now, this chance right now, if you don't have one of these, oh my God. This is like... It's like not having... It's like not having Stan Lee's notes before the book came out. Before Spider-Man 1 came out. That's what it is. It's like you're not having Stan Lee's notes before Spider-Man 1 came out. That's what's happening right now. I'm telling you. It's like not having Stan Lee's notes before Spider-Man 1 came out. I'm done.